knows this situation, whether at school, at work, or in further education. We deal with a certain subject matter very intensively. At the end of the day, we also have the impression that we have understood the subject. More surprised we are later when we cannot explain certain aspects of the subject. Unfortunately, we usually only notice this when it is too late, in the exam or during the test. Then we realize that we probably did not understand the material after all, but just learned it by heart. Many students wish they could memorize complex subjects faster and better. But how can you learn up to 4 times faster than with conventional learning methods? This is exactly where the Feynman method comes in, which is supposed to enable us to learn new things 4 times faster. To understand how the Feynman method works, we need to distinguish between different types of knowledge. First, there is the superficial knowledge. Instead of penetrating and understanding the subject matter, we have merely internalized the technical terms and terminology. It is mainly just memorized. This is contrasted with the profound knowledge and understanding. When we have attained this level, we have completely penetrated the subject matter. We understand why fire is hot, for example, and can explain it in all its facets. It is this knowledge that enables us to answer so-called transfer questions. These are questions that often cause us the most problems in the test. It seems that we are being asked for knowledge that we do not have, but that is not quite true. If you have a complete understanding of a subject, you can generalize and apply this knowledge to new, similar situations. This knowledge is exactly what the Feynman method is all about. According to a legend, Feynman founded a study group together with a few colleagues. Each of the participants was supposed to explain a topic to the other participants as simply as possible. One of the prerequisites was that no technical terms or foreign words were to be used. Nevertheless, or precisely because of this, the listeners were supposed to fully understand the topic. Sounds trivial, but it is not at all. Try it for yourself. Pick any topic and prepare it in such a way that even a kindergarten child can understand it. You will soon realize that this is a great art, because in order to explain a subject very simply, we must understand it down to the smallest detail. The Feynman method thus promotes our own understanding and enables us to answer transfer tasks in exams. The Feynman method consists of different steps. The steps are not applied only once, but form a circle. After the last step is completed, you start all over again. In this way, you check whether you have understood everything. First step to learn faster. Take a blank sheet of paper and write the main topic of the subject you want to learn on top of it. This can be, for example, a topic that involves a super difficult chemical equation that you need to learn. Number 2. Explain the topic to an ignorant person. The second step of the Feynman method is, in my eyes, the step that will help you learn faster. In this step, you imagine that you must explain the subject you are learning to someone who does not know it. It can happen that you are already in need of explanation. You know what? That is totally good. The faster learning comes about right now. You must think of a way to pass on the complex content to someone else in a simpler way, in your own words, but still with the right content and the essentials. But attention! Here, please take the blank sheet of paper and write down the topic in complete sentences and, if possible, with the technical vocabulary. What also helps here are infographics. People simply learn faster when they use all their available learning channels. In this case, you have already thought about the topic, written it down, and then even drawn it. This is an excellent transfer performance. By explaining the content repeatedly, you become an expert in the topic you need to learn. Believe me, there is no faster way to absorb new knowledge. Step number 3. uncover and close knowledge gaps. While describing the content to be learned, you will notice gaps in your knowledge. Make a note at the appropriate place and close the knowledge gaps afterwards. What sounds like it will not help you learn faster will help you a lot when studying for exams or for anything else in life. The best way to do this is to use specialist literature and video tutorials. With videos, you record the whole thing even once audiovisually, which again increases your learning success. The last step, go through your notes. The fourth point of the Feynman method is the simplest of the mentioned points. It is all about simplifying your notes. Have you explained everything simply, or perhaps explained one or two foreign words with an even more incomprehensible foreign word? Simplify means above all also understand. Only who can simplify a topic has also understood what he should learn. Repeat the individual steps until you can present the topic without problems and without major pauses. When that time comes, you will have understood it profoundly. The Feynman method will not only help you about the current topic. When you process the material to this point, you are tying in with existing knowledge. By doing so, you build a web of information that you have internalized. As you learn new things, you draw on this network. This leads you to further deepening existing knowledge and learn new facts faster. The Feynman method does not rely on dull reproduction of memorized material, but on actual understanding and penetration of the subject matter. As an additional tip, you can also remember the following. The more senses are stimulated during learning, e.g., sense of sight, sense of touch, and sense of hearing, the greater and more long-term is the learning effect. These 4 points are the whole secret of the Feynman method, and at the same time the secret to learn up to 4 times faster. Personally, this method helps me a lot, especially with extraordinarily complex subjects. Which method do you use? I look forward to your feedback and like under this post. Have fun with it and see you next time.